Hello, friends. The quality of your prompt defines the quality of your outcome. Hey, I'm Srinu. I'm Senior Solution Architect and AI Expert. So, today I like to talk about the most important concept in the AI, that is the prompt engineering that defines how you talk to AI, right? So recently I went to a restaurant and I ordered dosa. I just sat waiting for dosa and server bring me dosa. The dosa was very soft, cool. I didn't like the dosa. I asked the server, why you serve this dosa? I want good masala dosa. Then server told, sir, you asked me dosa. This is a dosa. This is a default form of dosa. Then I realized it is my mistake. I didn't order the masala dosa or onion dosa, whatever, crispy dosa, whatever I like, that I didn't order, right? So that's my mistake. The same way, when you're talking to AI, you need to tell, you need to tell your request in a greater clarity. If it's more clarity, the outcome is more clear. Response is very good as per your expectation, right? So today we talk about that topic, how to give, how to talk to your AI in more clarity so that AI understand that and responds you back as per your expectation. Before that, let's see how AI process the data. Let me share my screen. So this is a LLM. LLM is a large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, this all the stuff. So usually we will request LLMs, right? For our AI request. So LLMs are connected to different sources from the backend, scientific papers, books, all the stuff, right? So if you are getting the response means we are getting response from all these different backend sources. So when we hit the LLM with our input, for example, ChatGPT, we are input from prompt, right? Input prompt, and the LLM will look all these resources to get the to build the response. So if your input is very generalized, very without any specific details, then there is a lot of burden on LLM. It will get the data from all the sides. Okay, that the response is also more generalized, not per as your requirement. If you want that response to be as per your requirement, then it is responsible, you then it's your responsibility to give the prompt in more precise manner, more quality, right? More clarity, right? So if you give the input in more clarity, then you can narrow down the search of the LLM resources and you will get more quality response, right? That is the basic background of LLM, right? Then let me share what is the prompt engineering, what about the prompt engineering. So in this section, prompt engineering becomes essential skill, AI performance across industries. So we discuss about how effectively we can craft the prompts, right? And to get the transformation results. And if you craft the prompts properly, right, you can save a lot of time, right? You can save a lot of time, and at the same time you can get the your expected data as per your requirement, right? And you can if you save time means you can save money also. Then we talk about different prompt engineering techniques like few shot prompting and chain of thoughts prompting, all the stuff in this session. Okay, so let's see what's the different kinds of prompting available. The chain of thought prompting, role based prompting, and there is a prompting style called magic prompting. Using that, you can extract your expected result. Okay. So let's see all the important stuff going forward in this class session, right? Um, Different parameters like temperature control, structuring your prompt, all those details. So there is a prompt called magic prompt formula. This magic prompt formula contains five sections: the role, task, format, constraints, and context. Right. So if you give these parameters to in your prompt, then LM can understand that prompt in greater extent. So it results the response, it gives a response in very good response, like with a greater clarity, right? Then see magic prompt formula has five key components. One is the context, setting the scene, role, task, actual task to perform, output, and constraints. So we see this magic prompt formula now. Before that, we see few advanced prompting techniques. Start with the few shot learning, right? So using this prompt style, right, we can guide the LLM the way we want. So without giving any kind of examples, LLM returns as it generated, right? How LLM generates, it's most of the guessing game, right? So in the previous session, I told about the working principles of LLM. If you can go back and watch that session, so LLM primarily it will predict the next words, generate the content, the text, right? So if you don't guide the LLM, it will go in its way and response to the prompt. So you need to guide the LLM in a proper manner if you want the response in your style. So few short prompting, that's the advantage. You can guide the LLM to get the response as per your requirement, right? So let's see how the few short prompting works. I can see the one practical example. So the bad prompt is classify this email as urgent or not urgent. Just to giving simple this prompt, but you are not telling how to classify the email. What is the criteria to classify the email, that you are not giving. Therefore, it is a very bad prompt. So then what is a good prompt? Good prompt is uh, classify the email urgent or not urgent based on these examples. Example 1, server is down, all customer affected. Then its classification is urgent. Monthly newsletter ready for review. This classification is not urgent. Security breach detected in payment system. Classification is urgent. Then you are giving three examples, and finally you are asking, now classify team meeting moved to 3 p.m. tomorrow. What is it? Is the urgent or not urgent? Then you are using, if you give these examples, so then your LLM will understand what is urgent, what is not urgent, and based on that, it returns the classification, right? Okay. So then, if you want, I can run this in Chat GPT so that you can have more idea about that thing. Okay. So I'm copying this prompt and running this prompt on the chat GPT. Classification not urgent, right? So giving, if you give that constant, then it will understand properly. Next, we see about one more example how to give proper prompts. Few short prompting. See, you want to document a product, right? So if you see the product is smartwatch, there are four parameters over here. One is description, key features, price, product. There are three features, right? The description, key features, and price. For wireless headphones, there's description, there's a key features and a price point. For smartwatch, description, key features, and price point means for every product you want these three parameters, right? Then we are asking a Bluetooth speaker. If you don't give any kind of this example, then it will, for example, I will give like this in a chat GPT. I want the product description, right? So if I give product description for Bluetooth speakers, okay, very bad prompt, very generic prompt. Then it will give some product description. All right. But you don't want this very big randomized font, randomized response. You want to guide your LLM to give a proper response of only you need only three parameters like description, key features, and price point. Right now, if you give the prompt like this, if you give a prompt like this, then how it's written? Let's see. Don't want reasoning model. I want ChatGPT 4 is fine for me. Now product description and key features and price point. Only this I want only these three information. I don't want rest of this stuff, right? So if you want to guide your response, whatever parameters you required, then if I give my prompt like this, I want my product description to be, I want description, key features, and price point. I don't want any other thing. Then if you give prompt like that, it will return the response the prompt like this is few short prompting. All right. Let me give few more examples and the code documentation. Okay. For code documentation, like if you give like this, actually for a function, you need purpose and parameters and return. These three are required: purpose, parameter, and return. Right? So you are giving a function name. It has to the function documentation has to tell us what is the purpose of that function and what are the parameters required for the function and what it returns. Okay. So now if I give like this, document this function, document the function Little good. I don't deny it. Good, very given very good documentation, like returns for the parameters in precise manner, in very good manner. But I want the documentation should be like this: the purpose, parameters, and returns. So if I give the prompt like that for code documentation, right? Let's see how it returns. Function, very simple, very good, right? You got the documentation of function. All right. So this is example of few short prompting means providing examples and you are guiding the LLM to get response as per your expectation. And second thing is iterative refinement. So it's like first we will give the initial prompt. This is a kind of basic version, and we analyze the output. It returns some output. Okay, in the output something is missing or something is not correct, something you need to change. Then identify what is missing or what are wrong and refine prompt. Give a second time, it returns once again the response. Again, check the response, is it proper or not. If you feel that is not proper, then ask for the modification. I want, no, this is not this way, I want some other way. Then LLM returns the in a different the way you expected, right? So like that, we can the refinement process is there. Usually we do actually. If you are a user of ChatGPT, most of time you give some request, some prompt, and ChatGPT responds to that prompt, and you see that response is proper or incomplete. Then you will ask the ChatGPT, no, I want this also, include this also. Then ChatGPT includes that and gives the response. That is called iterative refinement prompting. Actually, these are all we know, but we need to understand different kinds of prompting techniques as part of this. This is one. So first, write a blog post of productivity. It's very generic, right? Then we see you are not your expected points are not there. Then write a blog post of productivity tips for remote workers. Include 5 specific strategies with examples. Then it will give for the remote workers what is the productivity strategy, and it will give 5 examples like this, right? Then afterwards, you want to, that is also not complete. You want a very elaborated thing. Then write a 800-word blog post titled "Remote Workers Guide to Peak Productivity" for freelancers and the remote employees, right? Then need to give elaborated 800-word description, word blog post, right? So this is systematic refinement, iterative refinement prompting. All right. If you see addition method, constraint method, format, these three kinds of methods are the systematic refinement strategies. Addition method. First, you will give prompt like write a marketing email, then very generic. Then you write a warm email, marketing email for a fitness app. Okay, this little bit good. Then you want to go more specific. Write a marketing email for a fitness app targeting busy professionals. Is very good. Then you want to something like very you want to give some kind of call to action, like write a marketing email fitness app targeting busy professionals focusing 15-minute workouts with a free offer, with a free trial offer, right? So this is more specific and more giving more clarity in your request prompt, right? So like this. Okay, this addition method, this is constraint method, and this is a format method. These are all different kinds of the systematic refinement strategies. If you follow, if you see the constraint method, explain artificial intelligence in simple terms. Here is very broad. Explain artificial intelligence is it give very broad response. Then you want that in very simple terms. Then you add explain artificial intelligence in very simple terms. Then explain artificial intelligence in a simple terms for a 10-year-old. More simple. You want to explain more simple for a non-technical person, layman, from everyday life in 100 words. More specific, right? You want in 100 words also. So that is constraint method and format method, right? List a work project management tools. List the project management tools with pros and cons. You want in this format, create a comparison table of product management tools with columns like this, right? With columns, tool name, best for pricing, pros and cons. You want all this information. So likewise, this is a iterative prompt technique, right? So today I'm stopping over here in the version 2 of the prompt engineering session. We'll discuss about more about the prompt engineering. Okay. So I don't want to go super lengthy so that you can lose your focus. Practice whatever we discussed over here, and we discuss more about the prompt engineering in the next session. Thank you so much.